Let's think in A minor for a second. This is A natural minor. A natural minor will not yield a dominant chord for us. We have E, G, B. That's a minor chord. All right. And it doesn't give us a strong assertive motion to the ACE chord, the one chord. So harmonic minor was invented. Here's our raised seventh, so that we have a real dominant chord in minor. Now we have a 5. The 5 has the leading tone, which takes us assertively to the one chord. That's why harmonic minor was invented, for harmonic purposes, for creating a dominant chord in minor keys. But guess what? Harmonic minor caused a melodic problem. What is the interval between F and G sharp? It's enharmonically equivalent to a minor third, but it isn't spelled that way. This is an augmented second. To the people of that time, melodically, that was awkward to sing. And so they invented melodic minor to smooth over that augmented second. So the alteration melodic minor, as we use the scale on the way up, we also raise the 6, and it shrinks that augmented second, which they thought was awkward to sing, into a major second. In making that alteration, we add chords to the palette of the Chart of Harmonic Functions in minor. It's part of the reason why the Chart of Harmonic Functions in minor is way more complicated than that in major. Let's take a look at the chart here. Here we have the tonic group. We still have a tonic extension. We still have a dominant, of course, because this is tonal music. We got a dominant. We still got a dominant prep. And then, oh my God, we got to talk about the relative major group. All right. We got more categories in minor. All right. So in the tonic group, we still have 1, and we still have 6 in there. 6 is a major chord. All right. In our tonic extension, we still have 3. It's a major chord. Our qualities have changed. In our dominant, we still have 5 major, 5, 7. We still have 1, 6, 4 to 5. But in minor, guys, we don't have the option of using the half diminished 7. It doesn't naturally happen in minor keys with the alterations of harmonic minor. What's used in minor is 7, fully diminished 7. Again, we're going to talk about that next week. In our dominant prep group, here's where it starts getting complicated. So we have the natural minor dominant prep group, and then we have the melodic minor dominant prep group. The natural minor, we have 6, 4 minor, 2 diminished. All right, those are the dominant preps that result from chords that you build in natural minor. And again, the order is important. You cannot go backwards in the dominant prep group, because again, then you would get a modal sound. With the melodic minor alterations, you can also use 6. There's no alterations to 6, but 4 becomes major and 2 becomes minor, like in the parallel major key. And again, the rules still apply with these alterations. You can't go backwards in the dominant prep group. Minor keys are more complicated to compose in, because you're really functioning in 2 keys at the same time. You're functioning in the minor key, in the original key, and in its relative major at the same time. 6, 7, 3. 6, 7, 3. Let's think of this in A minor for a second. Let's pretend we're in A minor. 6 in A minor, we have F major, G major, C major. What does that look like to you? F, C, G. That looks like 4, 5, 1 in the relative major, right? That's what's happening in the relative major group. You're basically getting a little bit of the relative major inserted in your minor chord progression. So you're really functioning between 2 keys when you use the relative major group. Now, this is how the order goes for the Chart of Harmonic Functions in minor. So for the tonic, everything stays the same. Tonic can go anywhere. Anything in the tonic group can go anywhere. But again, once you land in a group outside of the tonic, you have to go in a certain direction. Chart, I'm going to throw a progression out there, and you tell me if this works in this style. All right. Let's see. Would that work? 6, 7, 3, 5, 1?
Yes.
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 Right. You're absolutely right. How about 1, 3, 5, 1? Would that work?
No.
You sure?
No, I don't know.
Remember,
I think so.
in major keys, 3 cannot go to 5, but in minor keys, it can. So you can go 3, 5, 1 without a problem. How about 2 diminished 4, 5, 1? 2, 4, 5, 1. Would that work?
No.
No, because you'd get a Renaissance sound. You're going backwards in the dominant prep group. Ooh, one more thing before I leave. Here in the dominant prep group, guys, with 2 diminished, I'm going to put 6 next to that. 2 diminished 6. You don't want to ever use a diminished triad in root position. You want to use it always in first inversion. Okay, so we've got our chart of harmonic functions and directionality out of the way. Let's talk about the simplest type of chord progressions we can build with that, which are cadences. Can somebody tell me what a cadence is? What is a cadence?
It is the ending to a phrase?
Yes, yes, it is the ending to a phrase. It is the goal of the phrase. And a phrase is the smallest complete musical thought. And if we compare a musical phrase to a sentence in grammar, then a phrase is like a sentence, and a cadence is like the punctuation to the sentence. So we're going to talk about musical punctuations now. Cadences, you guys know, take the form of 2 chords, and we're going to start with the authentic cadence.